Hi guys, it's me, Rudi. Thanks for tuning in to Wave TV. You are now riding the wave. You're now riding the wave. Anyways, so thanks for catching the wave today. What I want to talk about today, I was just outside, and I'm starting to really appreciate. I'm starting to really appreciate nature a little bit more. I was outside, sat there, didn't sit there, but I went outside, looked outside, and I could actually see the stars. And one neat thing about the stars is this. Stars, you could go back in history. Stars, you could go back in time. The stars are the only thing in this world where you can actually see what happened 100 years ago, 1,500 years ago, 2,000 years ago. Before BC, before Christ, you could see what happened, because that's what stars are. If a star bursts today, that star actually burst 100,000 light years ago, and we're just now seeing it today. Just fascinating, just something about time. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is what I wanted to share with you, my inner thoughts, my higher thoughts for today is just about cross-contamination and sanitation. Cross-contamination and sanitation. And why I say that is because I sell AT&T cell phones, as you know, and everything DirecTV. So I have a cell phone, and with everything going on with the virus, COVID-19, I've been wiping off my cell phone more than usual, and with the sanitizer wipe, and probably you do too. Are you guilty, or not guilty, but do you wipe your cell phone off with the sanitize wipe? Well, if you do wipe your cell phone off with the sanitize wipe, stop it. You shouldn't be doing that. Let me explain to you why. Because the front of your cell phone, it's most people's cell phones, anyways. Most people's cell phones, it's like a touch screen. So that sanitize wipe that you're putting on your cell phone, that sanitize wipe is filled with so many chemicals, and those chemicals can be breaking down the components in your screen that actually make the touch in your screen actually work, that make the eye recognition actually work. So I would advise not using sanitize wipe. You can do the back of your phone, but definitely don't do the front of the phone. What you could do is you actually could use just regular alcohol, rubbing alcohol, to kind of get, use to disinfect the germs. Another thing, should we be sanitizing, using sanitized wipes on our children's toys? Should we be using sanitized wipes on our dogs' bowls, some of our dogs' toys? Absolutely not, for obvious reasons. Your kids' toys, your children's toys, your dog's toys, they put their toys in their mouth, when you're not paying attention, when you're not looking. They put their toys in their mouth. Your dogs eat out of those bowls. So your dogs eat out of those bowls. And is this too close? Is this, I think I have a radio voice, but not a TV face. Anyways, so you put your dogs, your kids put their toys in their mouth. Your dogs put their bowls, they're eating out of it. And those chemicals that are on those wipes, it's not digestible. So stop doing that. If stop doing that. It's not a good, I guess what my point is where in society, with this COVID-19 and everything going on, we are using we're using those disinfectant wipes for everything. So be cautious, because you can be cross-contaminating so many things. A disinfectant wipe, it's only, it's good for one use. Meaning, if you're at work, if you have a essential job and you're at work, you shouldn't take that disinfectant wipe and wipe down your keyboard, wipe off your desk, wipe off your mouse, wipe off the chair, wipe off your computer and your surroundings with that one actual wipe. Because think about it. You wiped off your desk and you got all of the germs off of that. That disinfectant wipe, it's not kryptonite, it's not battery acid, so it's not that strong. So you wiped off your desk that has germs on it. Then from your desk, then you wiped off your keyboard. You're basically just putting germ on top of germ on top of germ on top of germ on top of germ. So you're not doing any you're not doing any justice doing that. So don't do that. use a few wipes. Use a few wipes for your keep, one for the keyboard, one for the mouse, one for this. Then, as practical as this may sound, you also want to read the directions on your wipes, because some wipes take 5 minutes. You let it sit there dry. Some wipes take 10 minutes. Some wipes take 2 minutes. So be kind of partial with that. Wipes are not good on wood. You shouldn't use, they disinfect wood. The wipes can disinfect just about everything. But if you use wipes on wood, wood is a porous surface. So it opens up, there's pores, and it can actually ruin your nice cherry or your nice birch wood or your honey nut or your chestnut table. You don't want to use those wipes on that. Wipes aren't good for, they're not good for, things that are just soiled with dirt. If there's just heavy dirt on it, it's not a cleaner, it's a disinfectant. You're just smearing more dirt into actual dirt. So that's my take on that. That's my take on the disinfectant wipes and just sanitize wipes. Be a little bit more cautious. More importantly, be mindful of your children and your animals. If you're wiping off pets or wiping off their dishes with those wipes, don't do that, because they eat out of that, and you don't want those chemicals for them to digest it. Lastly, I just wanted to say, people that are going out there and they're wearing gloves, I think that I like those masks. I'm a big fan. I bought a mask. I should have had it with me, shucks, from 7th Floor Clothing. It's 7thfloorclothing.com, or I think it's maybe 7. Try spelling it out and just try putting the numeral, but 7thfloorclothing.com. And I bought a mask from them. But if you're looking for masks, they have some in stock. But if you're going out, we all see it. They're fashionable. I like it. I'm gonna grab a couple online from a couple different outlets. But people that are going out with their gloves and they're going out and they're like touching things unbeknownst to them. There was like this thing that there was something that a nurse did from ABC or something, and she was just saying people that are wearing gloves, they're doing it all wrong. They're going out, they're touching things, and then they're getting back in their car with their gloves on. And they think they're being safe, but unbeknownst, they're like, if this was your cell phone, their cell phone has a million germs because they touched it. They have their gloves on, but then they're touching their gloves with their hands because they want to reach back a text. So then, those germs from your cell phone are now likely on your face. And then you take off your gloves. Yeah, that's what, bad reenactment. So the nurse was like, you have your gloves on, you're touching things, whatever. You touch your cell phone a couple times with your gloves. You get in your car, you take off your gloves, but then you touch your cell phone, and then your cell phone, because you touched it before with your gloves on, then you go on your face, and now the bacteria is there. Now your gloves are off, but since you touched your cell phone, now unbeknownst, we all kind of have a habit of like doing this, making these gestures. Now you have germs, you're contaminated. Unbeknownst, we all kind of like, having like the rub our eye, we get something in our eye. Now you have germs on your eye. So I guess only thing and all that I'm trying to say is wash your hands. Be cautious of what you're doing. Be cautious of what you're touching. If you can, stay inside. Some of us may be going through things, and being at home brings back bad memories. Bringing back home maybe brings back bad habits that we're trying. Maybe bad habits, bad addiction. So sometimes you may go outside because you need to do something. You need to get that fresh breath of air. Do that. But if you can, stay at home. It's not rocket science. There's no vaccine. There's no proven treatable. There's nothing to slow it down. The only thing that can slow this thing down is just us staying at home before the scientists and the professionals do find something to slow it down, treat it a vaccine. Okay, so it's not rocket science. You keep going outside, and if we keep together, you're eventually, you could potentially, wind up getting it. So saying that, so much respect, and God bless all those first responders. all the, not first responders, nurses, all of those essential workers. It dawned on me today. I was like, wait a minute, the post office. These people have to pick up our packages. You ordering something from Amazon, someone's delivering it. Someone's out there taking a risk, sacrificing their life to make sure you get your package. So the least thing that you could do is stay home, be grateful, and that's it. Okay, that's it. Thanks for riding. Thanks for watching the wave. Thanks for catching the wave today. This is Wave TV. Please share it, like it, leave some comments, leave me your feedback. Tell me what you think. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it sparks, hopefully it I'm actually just putting on a little mask, to be honest with you. That's the whole purpose of it. Anyway, I'll talk.